road, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the... Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah.
We are live, and it is the NHL Betting Insiders with me, the Pick Management, and my guy, the Wagering Wizard. Better days ahead. Mark, the guitar legend, who just killed it. Not only betting, but he really jammed out on his weekend concert. If you guys didn't check it out, you are missing out. I'm going to make sure Mark gets some live footage of that so we can put it on the page. Because what other NHL betting show also has a rock star as the co-host? So excellent job from Mark over the weekend. He really held down the fort with he and TJ, who really smashed. They actually had the second highest viewed NHL video ever on this channel because really just killed it. Mark went a combined 12-3 over the weekend, 5-0 yesterday. Really unreal stats. If you guys, I was off for the weekend, but if you guys follow me in my VIP, just $10 a month, you would have gone 7-1 on my VIP yesterday in the NHL alone. But hitting 2 parlays, overs, team totals, I fucking smashed everything yesterday. The only thing that let me down was the Penguins, of course. They went over the total, but I hit the in-game, so it made up for that. So before we get started and I throw this over to Mark, I got to tell you guys about a couple of tools every bettor needs in their bettor's toolbox. First is the Juice Roll app. If you want to be a serious bettor and get your own VIP service going and have tons of followers and all that stuff, you're going to need to have a third-party verified record. And the best place to do that is Juice Roll. And it is because Juice Roll automatically syncs to your sportsbook and provides you insights and analytics and how you wager so you can be a better bettor. I'm not afraid to say it. I play offshore. I play at Bovada. I use crypto to play sports betting, whatever. If you do too, Juice Roll is the place to go because it automatically syncs with even offshores, which is like unbelievably incredible. I think the only betting app I know of that does it. So make sure you check out the Juice Roll app. Link is below. And if you want to learn how to build profitable models like Mark, who has been hitting at almost 70% since the beginning of the year, you need to check out the Rhythm app. Rhythm is a totally free app that lets you learn how to build models, fast tracks you to doing it. You can modify the models that they already have using 3 years of historical data or build your own from scratch. The NBA model I built last week went 19-13 for plus 7.5 units, which is really incredible. A great ROI for the Rhythm app. Make sure you guys check it out below. And then also Mark's newsletter sign up, also link below. I want to make sure to plug that first because Mark's newsletter is on fire. And if you're not following that, you are missing out. But Mark, people are here for today's best bets. There's only 2 games for today's slate, so it should be a quick one. But I know you have some international stuff as well, so why don't you go ahead and dive in?
A quick one. That's just because there's only 2 games in the NHL, Jacob, doesn't mean we don't have plays from around the world.
Yeah.
And real quick, I just want to throw in, when it comes to Rhythm, right now with the brackets for the NCAA March Madness tournament out, you can get 3 AI-generated brackets complete. They'll pick them out and they just give them to you. So they're using that historical data in your favor as well. That's absolutely free. So get over there and do that.
And they're working with Kyle Kuzma. Is their partner for the bracket challenge over there. So make sure you definitely check that out because that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I got my brackets in this morning. And, by the way, off their NBA prop picks and their NCAA recommended picks, I am 7-1.
All right.
Weekend, just off of the Rhythm app. So, yeah, that was, in addition to the hockey plays that I had and put out, we had a very nice weekend.
Awesome. We're going to be doing a March Madness show powered by Rhythm. We're going to be breaking down our best bets for each round. I think maybe covering all games, but we're going to be using the Rhythm app, their info, and their sponsor. They'll be giving out some free subscriptions too for some of the viewers. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for the March Madness series from the Pick Management channel, sponsored by Rhythm. So
fantastic. Yep. Let me jump into some hockey. The first game we're going to go to is we're going to go to the AHL tonight, where Wilkes-Barre Scranton is taking on the Cleveland. Here's a quiz question for you, Jacob. Do you know who the Cleveland mascot is?
No, but it's Wilkes Bar, just so you know.
Not from New York. It's Wilkes-Barre.
I used to live in that area. I actually used to wrestle for Wilkes Bar as a town when I was a kid. So Wilkes-Barre, great place to live. Do not know the Cleveland mascot though.
The Cleveland Monsters is who that.
All right, I like it.
So both of these teams are playing a back-to-back. This is the second night. They played each other yesterday. A very interesting trend for the AHL season is that in the three out of the three last back-to-back scheduled games that each of these teams have had, the first game has always gone to the under. The second game has gone to the over. And TJ had a 7-5 weekend as well. So yeah, we were killing that all the way around. So the first game has gone to the under. Second one has always gone to the over. My play here is the over 5.5 at -125. I just think, the reason that last night's game went to the under is that there was only a combined total of 41 shots taken. Cleveland only had 17 shots on goal, which is just ridiculously low, especially, that's low by NHL standards, even more so in the AHL. Their previous meeting, besides last night, they played once earlier in the season. They had 65 shots on goal. The combined score there was 8 goals. I just think that if we see a little more shot production on Cleveland's side, this thing sails to the over, be a nice, easy cash for us.
Cool.
The next one is, I'm figuring you want me to jump to the next one. We don't have a whole lot of comments on the AHL.
Yeah, it is not my jam. It took us a minute. I didn't know at first who the WBS was. I was like, is that some international league? And then I was like, no, Wilkes-Barre. All right.
Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
See, I'll say it now. I'll say it correctly now. We're going to go to the Sweden SHL, and we're going to take Luleå at -1, and that's at -140. This is the third leg of this series, and the home team has won in each of these games. They're taking on, is it Orboro? And Luleå is just a better team in every offensive and defensive metric over the season compared to Orboro. I really like Luleå to get this done at home. They last played, the first game was at home. They won 3-0. They went down to Orboro. They lost 3-2. So I think that this game doesn't stay close when Luleå is playing at home. I'll take the home team to get it done on the ice, and they move on to the playoffs.
Cool. When you said that at first, I was going to say, I was about to go, God bless you. But I didn't want to interrupt you. But anything else for today?
Yeah, we're coming back to the NHL. And my first play here is going to be on the Washington Calgary game. I am taking the under 6.5 at -135. And I'll tell you why. First of all, Calgary is only allowing 3.2 goals a game in their last 5 home games. The Caps are only scoring 2.4 in their last 5 road games. The Flames can score depending on who's in goal. But I just don't think we're going to get any sort of goal production from a Washington team that has just been struggling to find the goals. Now, they've won their last 2 road games, but the total in each of those games was only a 3. They won each of those games 2-1. So I think even if they're winning, they still struggle to find goals. They're really relying on defense. And the reason for that, as far as I can tell, is that the Capitals are 1 point behind Detroit right now for that last playoff spot in the Eastern Division. They are playing like a playoff team. They're playing that playoff type of hockey now, limiting scoring opportunities, playing hard defense, really checking and really grinding out games to keep them competitive. I just think with the Flames Calgary's playoff hopes, to be honest, they're diminishing. That window is closing on them rapidly. I just like the Caps to keep this thing nice and close, and I'll take the under 6.5 here.
Ben, I was going to hope that you were going to say under 6 because we would have had a face-off because I'm taking the over 6 in this one. So I'll tell you why. I understand what you're saying. Capitals have not been scoring a ton lately, have been focused on their defense. 2-1 wins their last 2 games. I believe both were on the road. But my problem with it is the team. So I've been talking a lot about trends right now because that's kind of my theme for the day across these shows. And, finding some of these trends can really be profitable situations. While they say trends don't pay the bills, some of these trends are like long-term trends that you really got to focus on, which has put me on to the play today. And then that's backed up by current statistical data, right? So the Calgary Flames have seen the over hit in 8 out of the last 10 games, also in 6 out of the last 9 versus Washington, and 5 out of the last 6 home games. We've also seen the over hit in 4 out of the last 5 games when playing at home against Washington. I get Washington's hit in the under in 4 out of their last 5, but they have played tough against Calgary, winning 7 out of the last 9 games. So while Calgary defense has been allowing some goals, they've also been putting up goals. Washington, kind of the opposite situation, haven't been allowing in it, but haven't been really scoring too many. And I think the fact that Calgary is going to give up some goals is going to make this game play faster. And I also think Washington is going, because they're going to be playing faster paced, I think that's also going to mean that Calgary will be able to slip a couple by. So I definitely see this game at least hitting 6. So a little bit of push protection there. But yeah, that's what I got for today. The 6 is actually not a bad price. Sorry, I got it right here. I got 6 at minus 120. I didn't even buy it down or anything like that. So Mark's number at 6.5. Honestly, Mark, do you want to? I think I can get you a better number at the 6. Under 6 is at at even money. What did you have the under 6.5 at?
Minus 135.
Do you want under 6 for a little push, or do you want it to take it under 6.5?
I'm going to stay with the under 6.5, and the reason is I just got the notification. Dustin Wolf is starting for the Flames today, and he's been a little prone to goals, and so I think if we see Calgary win this game, it's going to be a 4-1, 4-2 type of a game.
Sure.
If we see the Capitals win this game, we're talking about a 3-2. 2-1, 3-1 type game.
Sure.
And so I'm gonna keep that extra little the hook in there just to play it at my comfort level.
Not a problem. I was just trying to reel you into a face-off. But
no way.
Did you have anything else for the NHL today?
Yeah, I've got one more. We're gonna go to Buffalo and Seattle. Look, this is a tough one because with Buffalo is playing a back-to-back. This is the first of the back-to-back game. They're playing in Vancouver tomorrow. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is probably going to get the rest tonight so he can go up against Vancouver tomorrow, which means that they're bringing in Devin Levy, or Levi, I believe is. I forget the Canadian. Maybe TJ can help me if he's in the chat. The pronunciation. It's Levy, I believe. And Levy, he's been playing lights out for the AHL Rochester team that is Buffalo. And Wolf has been playing a ton. But Devin Levy has been playing lights out for Buffalo's affiliate in Rochester. He has just been absolutely performing. He does have some NHL games this season. He went 11-7-1. Was his record earlier in the season. He started to struggle, and that's when the Sabres brought in Eric Comrie. Comrie has been a dud, and it's like the gene Levi. And so I really like where Levi is coming into this spot here against the Seattle team that, quite honestly, is struggling offensively. And I really am going to play. So the play for today is I'm going to take the under 1.5 in the first period, and that's at minus 120. I just think, neither one of these teams typically scores in the first period, although Buffalo has seen a bit of a resurgence. They're one of the worst performing teams when it comes to first period scoring. The goal differential for the Sabres is like minus 29 goals. So if anything is going to happen, is typically the opponents. As of late, they haven't scored multiple goals in the last, in its last 16 games, Buffalo has only scored multiple goals once. And so I really like this.
Yeah, Seattle just 1-9, the over 1.5 in the first period of their last 10. So Seattle definitely does not score in the first period.
Yeah.
Currently, the the biggest run in NHL for not going over 1.5 goals in the first period belongs to the Kraken right now. Yep. So that's it for you for NHL?
That's it.
All right, I got 2 more plays. I'm sticking with this Buffalo-Seattle game, and I am going to take the game total over 6, and I'm also going to take Buffalo minus 105 here. Listen, this Seattle team, not very good, and with Buffalo having a back-to-back coming up, I think they're going to want to win at least one of these games, and I think they're going to understand that they have a better shot at beating the Kraken than they have beating Vancouver on the road. So Seattle just 0-5 straight up the last 5 games at home. We've seen the over hit in 4 out of the last 5 games between these two teams, and Seattle is just 1-4 straight up the last 5 overall. Buffalo, winners of 3 out of the last 4, took down Edmonton, Detroit, and the Islanders, some pretty solid teams. Did just lose 4-1 to Detroit, but now they're coming off a couple days rest. And with them having already lost to Seattle once this year, I think payback could be on their mind. And I think the Seattle team is really kind of floundering right now. Lost 4 out of the last 5 games, only put up more than 1 goal once. I just think that they're going to allow too many goals here to Buffalo. And I think Buffalo allows them to do just enough to at least hit this over. I have it at over 6. It did drop down to 5.5 at my book, so I think I might be changing it to 5.5 so we can get a win at 6. The price isn't that much of a difference. It was at, I think, even money at 6, so at minus 112, the over 5.5 is pretty solid. So I think the slide's going to say 6. I'll update on the socials later if I do decide to put in the over 5.5 instead. But yeah, those are my 2 plays for this. I like Buffalo to get it done on the road, and I like the over in this game.
Just so you know, if you go to BetMGM, you can get Buffalo at plus 100. So there's
all right, better line. All right, cool. So listen, why don't we go ahead and have you recap your plays, and we will get right into that.
Sure. We're going to go to Wilkes Barre, Scranton, playing at Cleveland. We're going to take the over 5.5 there. Then we're going to jump over to Europe and do the Sweden SHL, where we're going to take Luleå at minus 1. And then we're going to come back tonight to the NHL, where we're taking the Washington and Calgary game. We're going to take the under 6.5 there. And we're going to go to Buffalo's game in Seattle. And we're going to take the under 1.5 in the first period, and that's at minus 120.
Awesome. Why don't you but before you let people know, I did see the comment about getting to stream your concerts live.
I just saw that.
Mark,
yes, Joey Blaze.
Yeah, Joey Blaze. Mark lives a little far away for us to do it, but we'll see if we can figure out if he can get a camera up, we can set up the live stream. So maybe next time we'll have a first ever Pig Management Wagering Wizard live concert. So we will work on that for next time. But go ahead and let people know where they can find you on your socials and the newsletter and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. So you can find me at Better Days Ahead right there. It's BETTOR Days Ahead. And listen, you can find me on Twitter, on TikTok. There is a link in my Twitter bio to the Wizards Almanac, which is a daily article I put out. There's a free portion, a paid portion. On the paid side, you're going to get access to all the sims, the data reports, the goalie head-to-head matchups. We've been doing money line and puck line predictions, and those have been hitting at the money line hit last night. They went straight. They didn't lose a single game last night, if I remember correctly. And so, listen, it's well worth the investment. It's you are going to recoup it. You're going to recoup that cost probably on your first bet. So, yeah, head over there.
Awesome. Cool. Before I jump into mine, I got to just let you guys know one more time. Make sure to sign up for the Juice Roll app. A totally free app. Automatically syncs to your sports book to provide you insights and analytics and how you wager so you could be a better. That third-party verification is key if you want to be a serious pro bettor. And then the other one, the Rhythm app. Really awesome. I have created an NBA app that has been cashing. I hit 7.5 units last week. If you want to learn how to build models like Mark took years to build his. You guys can get one done in a day on the Rhythm app. Really terrific. We have some great friends over there, and James Santor and the rest of the crew. So make sure you check out the Rhythm app. The link is below. I am going to go ahead and jump into my best bets for today. Sorry about that. I am on Buffalo minus 105. I'm on the Buffalo Seattle over 6, and I am on Washington Calgary over 6 as well. You guys can find me daily on the NBA Betting Insiders. You can also find me on Betting the Pitch Europe and UEFA. And the all-new MLS Betting Insiders returns this week with new co-host Bradley Jacobs, former college soccer player, really knows his stuff. Really terrific guy, and he will be the new co-host of the MLS Betting Insiders. So make sure to check that out. Make sure you sign up for Mark's newsletter. Link is below. And we also have the first ever, I forget the total name, but it's the Piamo, I'm sure will tell us. It's the Royal Court March Madness bracket. Piam is running it. It is $20 to enter, and it's going to be a terrific time for March Madness and whatnot. So make sure you check out his bracket tournament as well. We'll make sure to put the link for that in the section, the comment section below too. Otherwise,
and you know what? And if you're like me and are hesitant about betting NCAA basketball games, especially when it comes to tournament time, get the Rhythm app and
does all the work for you.
Yeah, get 3 free AI generated brackets for you. That I really like all 3 of mine. I don't know which one I like best, so jump over.
Yeah, I might have to put in all 3.
Right.
Yeah, totally worth it. The Rhythm bracket that they put out, working with Kyle Kuzma, really terrific. They're not going to let you down. I predict that they will have some winners and some people's tournaments from the Rhythm app. But yeah, find me across all socials at Pick Management, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Join the Discord. Otherwise, that'll do it for the NHL Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses.